Welcome to our deep dive into Cookierun Braverse.
Hello, everyone.
We are so excited to be jumping into the 8th series of the game.
Things are really getting shaken up this time.
They really are. And the biggest reason for that is this brand new mechanic, the Extra deck. It's completely changing the meta.
Oh, for sure.
So if you're looking to get a handle on how competitive play is going to look, you are definitely in the right place.
That's right. The Extra deck isn't just, a few extra cards. It's a whole new way of thinking about strategy. So our goal today is to give you that shortcut. We're going to unpack the rules, the costs, and maybe most importantly, the really weird movement restrictions that make this deck so powerful, but also so fragile.
Right. You have to know how to use them without just losing them.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's dive right in, the basics. What is the Extra deck?
So you need to think of it as a totally distinct game zone. It's completely separate from the main 60-card deck you're used to.
And it's special right from the setup phase, isn't it?
It is. The first thing you'll notice is its size. Your main deck is big, but the Extra deck is tiny. You have to prepare it with 6 or fewer cards.
6? Wow! That is an incredibly tight leash.
It immediately tells you that every single card in there has to be a serious, high-impact threat. No filler.
So what kind of cards are we even allowed to put in this tiny, very important deck?
The rules are specific. You can only include 2 types. Extra cookie cards and awakened cookie cards.
Okay.
And the usual deck building rule applies. You can't have more than 4 copies of a card with the same number, even in that tiny 6-card pool.
Now, the zone status itself is really interesting to me. We know the game has public zones, like the trash, and private zones, like your hand. Where does this one fit?
It's in this weird middle ground. So officially, it's a private zone.
Meaning my opponent can't look at it?
Exactly. They have no idea what's in there or in what order. But, and this is the key difference, you can look at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can pick it up, look through it, even rearrange the cards anytime you want. It's a closed box to your opponent, but an open playbook for you.
That's huge for planning ahead. And since this zone is so different, there's a really critical physical rule that, tournament players absolutely cannot forget.
Oh, you have to talk about the sleeves. This is non-negotiable.
Right.
The sleeves you use for your Extra deck cards must be different from your main deck sleeves.
Right.
Different color, different art, whatever. They have to be instantly distinguishable.
And if you mess that up in a tournament...
You're asking for a penalty. Yeah. The integrity of that separate zone is a pretty big deal.
Okay, so we know what it is, we know it's tiny, we know it needs different sleeves. How do we actually get these powerful cards onto the field?
The deployment rules are, again, super restrictive. This is all about control. First rule. They can only be played from the Extra deck.
So if one somehow ends up in my hand...
It's a dead card. It's stuck. It has to come directly from that special zone.
And what about speed? Can I play a couple of them if I have the resources?
Nope, another hard limit. You can only play 1 card from your Extra deck once per turn, and only during your main phase.
Wow, okay, 1 a turn.
You have to meet its requirements, of course, but yeah, it's a single decisive action, not a combo you can chain together.
I actually kind of love that. It makes that one play feel so important.
It really does.
But there's a really cool tactical trick here, especially for veteran players. Let's talk about the awakened cards. If you play one on a cookie that's already rested, turned sideways, what happens?
This is one of the best parts. If that base cookie was rested, the new awakened card comes into play in active mode.
So it stands back up.
It stands right back up, ready to attack or defend immediately. You're upgrading your cookie and getting it ready for action all in one move. It's a massive tempo swing.
That's incredible. Now, just quickly, these cards aren't free, are they? We still have to pay for them.
Not usually, no. You still follow the normal cost rules.
Yeah.
You rest the cards in your support area that match the color, use other cards for mixed costs, all the usual stuff. The power is high, but so is the investment.
Okay. Buckle up, because I feel like this next part is the real core of the new meta.
It is.
We have these incredibly powerful cards. We can only play 1 a turn. The big puzzle is, how does the game stop us from just recycling them over and over?
This is where the rules get, let's say, aggressive. It's what I call a hard zone bypass rule.
Okay.
The core idea is that Extra cards violently reject entering private zones.
Violently reject. I like that.
I mean it. If an effect tries to move an extra card into your hand or your deck, that movement just fails. It gets rerouted.
Just for like expensive boomerangs, they either stay in play or they have to go home.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's an immediate, non-negotiable return to the extra at deck. The game is designed to prevent you from getting these cards back into your regular hand and deck cycle.
Okay, let's use some concrete examples because this is what's going to trip people up.
For sure.
So say I use an item card, like the ice cream, to try and return an extra cookie from my battle area to my hand. What happens?
The ice cream's effect only half works. It successfully removes the card from the battle area, but it fails the second part.
Yeah.
Because the destination is your hand, a private zone, the extra card just ignores that instruction and zips right back to the extra A deck.
It doesn't even touch the hand.
Never. The same thing happens if you, say, use a stage card like the green Guardian Tree to move an extra card from your support area to your hand. Nope. Straight back to the extra A deck.
So it doesn't matter where it's coming from. If the destination is private, the rule kicks in.
The system just says, no, this valuable piece doesn't belong in your private collection. And that goes for the main deck too.
Right. So what if I'm trying to get a fallen hero back? Let's say I use a trap card, maybe the scroll trap, to move an extra card from the trash back into my deck to be shuffled in.
Same result. The deck is a private zone, so boomerang. It gets pulled out of the trash and goes right back to the extra I deck. And this even happens during a refresh. You know, when you run out of cards and shuffle your trash to make a new deck?
Yeah.
Any extra cards in that trash pile are removed and put back in the extra I deck before you shuffle. The game makes absolutely sure you can't draw them again.
Okay, so if they hate private zones, where can they go? They have to be allowed to move to public zones, right?
Yes, and that's the key to controlling them. Moving an extra card between public zones is totally fine.
For example?
So moving extra cookie from the battle area to the support area is allowed. The support area is public, both players can see it, so the move is legal.
That's a huge distinction for strategy. If you can force an opponent's big threat into their support area, you know it's stuck there for a bit.
Exactly. And the other major public zones they end up in are the trash and the break area.
And this is where the high-risk part comes in. What happens when one of these super powerful awakened cookies faints? You know, its HP hits 0.
When it faints, the awakened card itself goes face up into your break area. Any other cards attached to it, like the original cookie, go to the trash.
And just to clarify for everyone, the break area is where you track your accumulated LV, hit 10 LV in there.
And you lose the game. And this is the ultimate tension of the extra deck. You deploy this amazing card, but if your opponent beats it, that powerful asset immediately becomes a liability. It pushes you closer to losing.
It's a true high-stakes gamble.
Every single time.
Okay, one last rule to lock this all down. We said they have to be played from the extra deck. Can an effect move them into the battle area from somewhere else, like the support area?
Good question.
Yeah.
The answer is no. That's the final loophole they closed. An extra card cannot be moved to the battle area from any other zone. So if you have some stage effect that says move a cookie from your support area to the battle area, that effect will fail if you target an extra card.
So the battle area is a one-way street, only from the extra deck.
Exactly. You get your one deployment per turn, and that's it.
So let's bring this all home. With this crazy web of rules, what's the big takeaway for a player building their deck now?
It means every one of those 6 slots is incredibly precious. Your extra hand deck is for your game winners, your mid to late game bombs. And because they always return home from private zones, your opponent can't just bounce them to your hand to neutralize them.
Right. They have to deal with them on the board.
You only have 2 real options.
Yeah.
Push it to the support area or destroy it and send it to your break area.
Which means the core strategy is all about risk management. You have these tactical nukes, but the second they faint, they become a permanent step toward you losing the game.
Precisely. And if you think about it, the whole mechanic is designed to make the game more aggressive. You only have 6 of these cards. If they faint, they count towards that game-losing LV of 10. The clock is just ticking so much faster now.
So the real question you have to ask yourself now when deck building is the power burst from a high LV extra card worth the massive risk of it landing in your break area?
Yep.
Or do you play it safe with lower LV cards?
And that calculation. That's the new meta. That's the challenge for Series 8.